reviewing some of these leaders and the coach-centric leader, how do you see your definition of a coach-centric leader being affected by challenges like the economy, challenges that are constantly going on in today's world?
Yeah, I tell you, one would surmise that in this kind of economy where we're seeing record numbers of unemployment, companies who are struggling to make their numbers, organizations who are downsizing, right-sizing, doing extensive expense management, that you need a leader who is tough-minded, who is tough in behavior, who's really just tough on the organization to help drive the organization through this. I would suggest to you there is absolutely a very different and far more powerful and far more effective way to make that happen, or to achieve that same kind of outcome and not have to do the command and control model. And that's a leader who understands how to connect with their people, let them know that they're valued, let them know they matter, let them know that they can accomplish anything that reaches into each and every one of those individuals, and grab the greatness that's within them and pull it out of them, and then watch that organization just blossom and just grow and explode in this economy. So there are leaders who understand the power they have to do that, that have companies that are thriving, not just surviving, in spite of the economics that are around them. Right. They're doing exceptionally well financially. They're doing exceptionally well in products and services in the marketplace because they understand the power of a people-powered performance organization. And that's how they lead from that position.
So it's not just about inspiring, which is good, but it's about connecting. It's the follow-through.
Absolutely. It's about authentic leadership. It's about being authentic.
Right.
And that's an important part of leadership.
I love that.
And people see through that when you're not authentic.
Awesome. So obviously there's millions of people out there. Lots of people consider themselves leaders. Certainly people who we would consider coach-centric leaders. But in a brief example, what would you say is a difference between a good leader and a great leader?
Very good question. A good leader can accomplish their baseline goals and objectives within an organization and thereby achieve a certain level of success. A great leader has an organization that exceeds those goals and objectives far beyond expectations and achieve an even greater level of success.
Awesome. And so, kind of in summation, taking all these things, we brought up some great points here about leadership, what we think a coach-centric leadership is, how these have had an effect on your life, but specifically how have you, within iPEC, within this growing organization, adapted, some of these experiences and some of these philosophies in your own leadership style?
I tell you, one of the things I'm most proud of, even today, is the people who were part of my team for many, many years, who worked with me for many, many years, still talk today about that experience of us being together as a team. We all look to work together with each other again sometime in the future because it was such a powerful experience. And when I thought about, what made it so special for them, what made it so impactful for them that they would even want to continue to pursue opportunities for us to connect in other ways, long after we've since broken up are going our separate ways from our work relationship. And I think it comes down to the fact that from my own leadership style, I understood how the aspects I've said earlier around being inspirational and motivational and holding people accountable for achieving results drove an organization that was highly energized, thereby highly engaged, thereby an environment where people saw they wanted to come to work, they wanted to be a part of what was happening there, they wanted to achieve the greatness that was set forth as our goals and objectives. And because they saw themselves as something bigger than just the individual. They saw that they were part of something bigger, more powerful, more impactful. And that's an amazing thing to have in your life and be able to come to in a work environment on a day-to-day basis. All too often, many of people I talk to don't have that.
Right.
And I think creating that kind of an environment as a leader, creating that kind of energy as a leader, creating that kind of engagement as a leader is what makes, it's also what separates the good leaders from the great leaders, but also what creates a great company.
Awesome. Well, Zach, as always, we appreciate your time, and we're looking forward to talking to you more in the future.
Thank you, Ryan.
Have a great day.